Breaking news: more trouble for ABBA Kyari as NDLEA applies to seize all his assets, property, bank accounts, others. Hello, my wonderful people. The dream has just started. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, tried to play some stunts, but apparently the stunts did not quite go through. Yeah, it did not quite work. He tried to throw some stones and it did not quite work. So this is what is happening right now. As you and I speak, Abba Kyari is in that place that I don't know how best to describe it for him. But right now, they have already applied to ensure that some of the assets and properties. Don't forget that when you steal, okay, when you are stealing, it's not yours. Be like thief. At the end of the day, you will lose it because you did not really. So, I mean, this is what is happening to the guy. I can tell you, the guy cannot believe what is happening to him. More troubles for Abba Kyari, the disgraced cop, as NDLEA applies to seize assets, property, bank accounts, others. There is more trouble for the suspended former leader of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT, DCP Abba Kyari, as the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has written to the same Attorney General who said he found no evidence of crime against him, seeking an express approval from the AGF to confiscate properties, assets, and bank accounts belonging to the embittered Super Cup. The NDLEA request was reportedly filed and dispatched to the office of the Attorney General of the Federation following Abba Kyari's arraignment by the Drug Busting Agency on March the 7th, alongside 6 other accused following their arrest for dealing in drugs and having links with international drug cartel. If the AGF gives NDLEA's request, and assets and property of the XIRT boss could be seized, including cash. We're talking about millions of cash, not just small cash, and money in his bank accounts, houses, both residential and commercial vehicle, real estates. This guy has hotels. Are you listening, guys? The guy has hotels, personal assets such as gold and expensive wristwatches, jewelries, and other valuable possessions could be seized. Kyari and his co-accused ACP Sunday Igbo who was his deputy in the IRT, ASP James Bauer, Inspector Samuel, Inspector John Chibona, Patrick Obona, and Emeka were slammed with 8 count charges of conspiracy, obstruction, and dealing in cocaine and other related offense at the Federal High Court Abuja by the NDLEA. He was also indicted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) and the United States over an alleged involvement in a $1.1 million scheme perpetrated by an internet fraudster, Abes Raymond, popularly known as Hush Puppy, which led to the suspension of the police in July of 2021 amidst request by the FBI for his extradition to the United States. During his initial investigations, the NDLEA said he had allegedly tracked the sum of 4.2 billion to an account belonging to Abba Kyari's deputy, Ube. 4.2 billion. That's not Abba Kyari's own. No. It was also discovered that Abba Kyari and Ube has received a combined of 4.2 billion in different shady deals, while they were still in charge of the IRT team. So the 4.2 billion was actually 8.4 billion, but they shared it evenly in the deal they did. Abba Kyari has a lot of things and knows a lot of things. And if it's to expose it, a lot of people will go down. According to the NDLEA, the sum of 1.4 billion had passed through Abba Kyari's account when he was commander of the IRT, while Ube received not less than 2.8 billion, which was tracked to 8 bank accounts belonging to him. The agency stated that it suspects the funds may have been from the sales of huge consignments of tramadol seized by the team at a warehouse from the Odofin area of Lagos, because the money hit the suspect's account about the same period of the seizure. While confirming the NDLEA's letter requesting the confiscation of Abba Kyari's assets, bank accounts, and property, his spokesman Femi Babafemi said it was a normal and regular procedure for the agency to make such a request. In its normal procedure to ask approval from a non-debit order, no suspect bank accounts and transactions are noticed in such accounts. Bafemi said in a statement, a senior officer of the agency who preferred anonymity also confirmed the move, stating that under the NDLEA Act, the agency could only just not seize a suspect property without the consent of the Attorney General, and that's why it has been requested from him. Under the NDLEA Act, the NDL cannot confiscate its assets unless based on the consent of the Attorney General. The NDLEA has therefore written to the Attorney General last week on this request. This is why he said he has not found anything wrong with with Abba Kyari. So this is what is happening right now, my people. Abba Kyari cannot believe what is happening. Abba Kyari cannot believe what is happening. It's like a distant memory with haunts and pledges, and it's talking right through his heart. Okay? It's talking right through his heart. So this is what is happening right now. My wonderful people, this is what is going on. See the amount of money. See the amount of money. See the amount of money, in this man, 4 point something billion. So if you remember some time ago, we reported to you that a particular, one of these agency, the woman said they bribed her with 1 billion with regards to that tramadol. She refused. She seized it. But Abba Kyari and his team released the tramadol, and they had a split of 4.8 billion. They now went ahead after the woman had seized the tramadol and has said no, it cannot be allowed into the country. They went ahead and they released it, and they split the money. Himself and his deputy Ube, they split the money between themselves, 4.8 billion each. They were trying to bribe the woman with 1 billion, and she said no, this will go to people's children and this is going to cause a lot of mishap and what have you. It is not right. We're not going to accept it. So this is what is happening. So you can tell. And guess what? With all this, the Attorney General of the Federation is telling Nigerians that he has not seen anything wrong. In fact, he has nothing against them. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.